Guys, I am going to show you how to make my homemade salsa. First you want to chop up almost an entire clove of garlic. And if you watched my other cooking video, I showed you some easy ways to make minced garlic, and that is what we're going to be doing today. All right, you guys, we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way because the garlic is a little too ripe. So we're just gonna have to mince it the old-fashioned way. One slice at a time. Hey you guys, so I'm not a professional cook, but I have worked in a restaurant before, and I'm going to show you how the easiest way they showed me how to cut the bell pepper with also being able to save as much of it as possible. So if you cut the bell pepper right here and just cut the top off, you can actually just reach your fingers there and pull out the whole entire butt of it or whatever, the gut, I mean, not the butt, the gut. And then that comes right off, and then you can actually save this piece and use it. But we are basically going to be dicing half of a bell pepper because bell pepper flavor can be a little bit overwhelming. So we're gonna use half of a bell pepper in our salsa recipe today. Okay, you guys, after chopping half of my bell pepper, I realized that it's probably a little bit too much bell pepper. So I'm going to end up saving like this much off to the side. Okay, and honestly, I don't like huge chunks. Well, I don't even really eat salsa anymore, but because of the tomato factor, but I don't like huge chunks in my salsa. I like very tiny, fine chunks in my salsa. So what I'm gonna do is kind of mince this as well. tomato time. So tomatoes, I haven't found an easy way to do this. I'm just gonna do it the way they taught me again in the restaurant. Okay, so this time you want all the juices that have accumulated with chopping up your tomato to end up in your salsa. So you want to kind of get everything all in there. And I have 4 more tomatoes to go. But the cool thing about this salsa is all these ingredients, most of the ingredients, I should say, we are growing on the farm, except for the lemon that I'm gonna be putting in there. And of course, like the seasoning. But everything else that you're seeing here is being grown on the farm. So this definitely, if you have the time, of course, to sit here and chop everything, it is definitely a cleaner way of eating salsa, and I think it's fresher and it tastes better. And I think my family would probably agree as well too. So yeah, I recommend you guys, if you want to make a special treat, or if you're, want like having a potluck or something like that at work, this is a fun little snack, to bring with you. Maybe like your homemade salsa with some chips you can bring with you. Tonight we're doing like tacos, like soft tacos dinner. Miley's over there cooking the ground beef up right now.
Trying. I'm trying.
I've never been good with a knife. I don't know if I told you guys, I'm actually pretty clumsy. I do have quite a few years of experience. Well, I cook for my family, but I do have quite a few years of experience in the kitchen, in the culinary industry. But I was never like the main cook. I was always the prep cook. And I always had to take it easy because I remember I was like 17 at this job, and it was my first day of work, and I ended up cutting my finger really bad with a pair of scissors. And then, I'm not even joking, same day, I'm surprised I didn't get fired, I ended up cutting my finger with a knife, my thumb with a knife. Not only that, this is so embarrassing, you guys, I dropped a huge box of saran wrap. You know those like, commercial size or industrial size, things of saran wrap that you see in kitchens and stuff like that. I dropped one of those huge boxes on my manager's head, and I'm surprised I got the job. I seriously think that I got the job just because I was like a nice person and they saw maybe future potential in me. But yeah, it was a bad look. So I'm pretty clumsy. I have burns all over my arms. I have cuts. But I do know a good recipe, and I think that's what kind of gets me by, is being able to make the food taste good, not necessarily the technique. Miley's having a hard time with the ground beef over there because half of it's frozen.
No, not half, way more than half.
Oh, well, we didn't take it out on time. Well, that's fine, we can work with it. All right.
I did it though. Look.
2 tomatoes down. The ingredients in this salsa is literally garlic, tomato, bell pepper, onion, lemon, lime, salt, and pepper. And I challenge you, grab a thing of salsa, read the ingredients on the back of it, and there's going to be a preservatives, extra acid added. I don't know what else they put in it, but all kinds of ingredients that I don't even know what's in there, and so just to again be clean, have a cleaner way of eating, without all that extra stuff. We don't need all that extra stuff. One of the reasons why we started eating that way is for, you know, time on the shelf and convenience. Like, I understand not everybody's gonna have time to sit here and make their own, you know, chop everything individually and make their own salsa. But there is other ways with, like, you know, those food, what are those things called? The food choppers, babe, what are those things called? Yeah, like a food processor. There's other easier ways to do pretty much exactly what I'm doing right now. And I will tell you also, if I was cooking for any other people other than my family, I would be wearing gloves. But I washed my hands before I did this, so always wash your hands, wash your surface, make sure everything's clean.
Wash your ingredients.
Yeah, wash your ingredients. Some people wash their ingredients with soap. I just give it a good, yeah, there's food soap. I just give it a good rinse under the sink. My secret sauce video that I kind of squeezed in some secret sauce in one of the farming videos. That actually did pretty well. There was a lot of people saying that they were going to try to make the sauce. There was people saying that they were going to make like I think maybe somebody said a potato salad or an egg salad with it. They were gonna also cook their chicken tenders and dip their chicken tenders in it, and then that's how we eat it as well too. I think it would even be good with like a fish, like used as like a fish sauce. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little cooking video every now and then. At the end of the week, we are taking some chickens to the slaughterhouse. I think it's at the end of this week or possibly the beginning of next week. And then I will be able to make my homemade chicken and dumplings. And I know that I've mentioned it a couple of times on the channel, and I've gotten good feedback. People saying, yes, we want to see the recipe for your chicken and dumplings. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. It's one of my family's favorite things that I cook. And it was also, when I was a child, one of my favorite things that my mom cooked as well. I like it because I'm allergic to tomato, as you guys know, and it doesn't have any tomato in it. That's a good thing. Also, pretty clean ingredients for the most part. There's not a lot of added, preservatives and, acids and things like that. So it's a pretty clean meal for the most part. And again, most of the ingredients that are going to be in that chicken and dumplings are found on the farm as well. So now it's onion time. My arch nemesis, or whatever it's called, my worst enemy, an onion.
Okay.
What?
Okay, chop off the bottom. There's a lot of onion here that we're going to be using. We don't want anything to go to waste. So, take your onion, chop it in half. This is the world's biggest onion. So, I think I might only need one half, or maybe even half of a half. But peel your onion. So now, I showed you guys this on my last video, on my last cooking video. Easiest way to chop onion is to keep this end on, chop off again that bottom piece, cut it in half, peel it, because that's the easy way to peel it. Now I'm about to cry, so I'll try to hold it together. And then you want to just cut down and make it pretty thin, little slices down so everything stays together. Okay, you ready for the magic? You ready for the magic? Small pieces, and just cut it like this. I like to do it this way because it's fast and easy and I don't cry. So this will give you, you know, pretty small pieces, but I want them smaller than this. So again, I'm gonna mince it. I don't have the best tripod, you guys, so you can actually see a little bit of it in the corner because I'm using my metal shelf. My lighting's not the greatest, but hey, I'm getting the point across and that's all that matters. So now I'm going to get my lemon and my lime. I wish you guys could smell this lemon. It smells so good. Okay, so you want to zest some of the skin on one of the lemons. One whole lime. For seasonings, there's a few things. You can do like a hot salsa and add some piri piri sauce to it, or you can do just like a mild salsa, and I'm going to add some garlic powder. This is the seasoning. Now we're seasoning it. I'm going to do about a quarter packet of garlic powder. We have our salt and pepper. Eyeball it. I accidentally cut the hole too big in my salt, so I have to be careful when I do this. Oop, see? But put a good amount of salt, and then because I can't taste this because of the tomato, I get my little taste testers over here. Actually might add more pepper. And I give this a really good mix because you want all that garlic, all that lemon zest, all of those ingredients to mix really well into each other. Yeah, definitely needs more black pepper, I can tell. Oh, it smells so good, you guys. Look at this. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Salsa. Yummy. Okay, let me put more black pepper real quick.
Can I try it before? Too late.
Okay, my taste tester is coming in.
I need more pepper, but
What about salt?
it's good.
Also, you guys, we don't like hot salsa, like hot salsa, but this is definitely missing hot peppers. So I don't want you guys thinking that I'm doing this wrong. We're missing hot peppers, but you can substitute that with, like I said, some piri, you know, or some other type of pepper. I honestly think that more black pepper, we need more black pepper.
Mom.
Try it, try it.
It's good.
Okay.
Here. Hold on.
So you guys, I made a lot. Look at this salsa here. Miley is saying that it needs more lemon, so we're gonna actually, I have another lemon on the table.
Wait.
We're gonna add another lemon to it right now. Okay, she's adding the lemon for me. Let me get in on it. Let me get in on that. Oh yes. So good. I'm envious because I really wish I could eat some of this. Our kitchen is so small. This is all of our storage, our kitchen storage right here. So ignore that, you guys. Just ignore that. Oh yeah, that's a lot of lemon. Your hands are stronger than mine. I was struggling with it a little bit, to be honest. Hey, there you go, you guys. Homemade salsa. Homemade mild salsa is what I should say. Yummy. We're ready for our tacos.